start it, or do you want me to start it? Undertaker's your boy,
right.
so you should.
Hey, everybody.
Amanda, Marshall, and in case you cannot tell by the title below,
This video is going to be about the recent news about the Undertaker. Well, it's not confirmed, but basically.
Basically confirmed that Undertaker's retired, and Undertaker is his favorite wrestler of all time. One of my favorite big band wrestlers, being like 6'6" or 6'7". So we're gonna talk about him, and since Undertaker's your boy, what's some of like your favorite memories of him or moments or?
It's hard to. I remember. I'm pretty sure. Of course, this might have been just my mind making it up, but I'm pretty sure I remember one time, very late in the night. We used to have more channels back then before it got a lot more confusing with satellites and stuff. I swore really late one night I was able to catch a match with him.
On like a TV.
Yeah.
It
was like really back though. I had a small ass TV.
Just a reminder, we're talking like early 2000s.
Oh yeah.
Type of deal, not like 2017 when it's like
before I even fully got into the whole wrestling thing.
Yeah.
I do remember that he's one of the first ones I learned about because of the whole,
that whole mind F-bomb thing.
Well, yeah, that's kind of the thing.
I
guess when I was first getting into it, the kind of person I am, I looked for the person who stood out the most, and at the time, it was basically that kind of person because his gimmick was so out there compared to everyone else.
Oh yeah, like for me, I think I told you this, but back in September of 2009. Hamilton, Ontario's, I don't know what the building's called now, but it was Cops Coliseum. My very first television tapings was SmackDown Live for current people, and the dark match, so the match after the TV tapings ended, was CM Punk, who is my boy, versus Undertaker, who is like, oh my god, type of deal, and I sat 18th row opposite of where the entrances were, and I went with my mom, who is a non-wrestling fan. You can pretty much confirm this.
Well, of course.
And my mom, like, while he was making his entrance, and my mom said, oh, this guy's creepy, type of deal, and I'm like, oh my god, I was like freaking out, and then I told her that he's not necessarily done, but he's going to be a part-timer sooner rather than later.
Starting in 2009.
In late 2009, and after WrestleMania 26, that following March, early April, he started to become a part-timer. And to my knowledge, he hasn't wrestled in Ontario or Southern Ontario since. So I was there for that, and that is probably my favorite moment.
Yeah, that sounds like an amazing moment for you.
Oh, just the entrance.
I could.
Just in person is like bucket list done.
And to see a match, like the match was pretty good too.
The match was like 2 minutes because it was a dark match, but it was still a match with Undertaker and CM Punk. And speaking of matches, what are some of like the matches that stick out for you in your
Obviously,
mind?
a lot of them involve the streak kind of thing.
WrestleMania matches.
Yes.
For
better and worse, a lot of the times they're the biggest focuses for me on the whole WrestleMania scene.
Like people last however many years, like 5 or 10 years, that I've read online would rather face Undertaker at WrestleMania than the main event for the World Championship. Because you can challenge for the championship 365 days a year. Yeah,
you can do that anytime.
But Undertaker at WrestleMania once a year.
Not just, once a year, and it's
and then now it's gone. But for me, favorite match, him and CM Punk, but
because of that personal connection.
Personal connection, but one that was probably televised, like on Raw, SmackDown, pay-per-view. First two that come to mind was, I forget, it was back in 2005, and like random episode of SmackDown. It was Randy Orton versus Undertaker, and Randy Orton somehow had Undertaker in the casket that he brought down.
Yeah.
And it was like, I forget what DVD or Blu-ray it's on, but it's on, I think it was the 10th anniversary of SmackDown. I'm like, oh my god, this match was my childhood. And also, both matches with Shawn Michaels at Mania 25 and 26, we have, I think, different opinions on which one's better.
Sort of, yeah.
Everybody thinks Mania 25 is better. I think 26 because it has more of that emotional
Yeah, I
connection.
kind of agree that the match, I feel like the match in itself, I kind of like the match better because I think that was the
25 or
yeah.
20?
Well, not just because, the thing, but it's also, and one of my biggest things I might go into a bit later is the whole, I think it was the last match where I did not, wasn't worried about the Undertaker's health.
Oh, yeah.
Because I think pretty much it was either 26 or 27 onwards, where he really started to show his age, and you started
27, I think. The first,
yes, 20, probably
technically
27.
second one with Triple H, but first of the back-to-back.
Well, the first one because they freaking wrecked each other so hard that he had to be carried on a stretcher.
Oh yeah, but it's
which admittedly was probably part of the.
It's part storyline.
Yeah,
part
it was
not.
part of the storyline, but it was also kind of it was the thing that really makes you think this man is way past his prime.
Yeah, and he
still did it.
He still wrestled for another 5 or 6 Manias.
Yeah.
And random-ish fact, I don't know if you know this, but I read on What Culture or Bleacher Report that Undertaker has become the first wrestler to main event WrestleMania in his 50s.
Wow.
And I respect The Undertaker, but he should have retired, in my opinion, after Mania 28, because that match was... I was watching...
He could have done it, after Mania
29.
Pretty much at the earliest, I think it was around Mania 26 and 27. And then pretty much each from there would go, okay, please, okay, this is a good place to stop. Please stop.
But reason why I say...
28. I understand 28.
Because he was 20-0. Yes. After that, it was end of an era.
Yeah, it was.
So
that was
it would make sense. Like, to me.
That would have been the final perfect point. I agree with there.
So,
but they just kept going, and yeah.
Do you have any more thoughts, moments?
I just like to say how happy I am for him. And for the person who's gone this far to do all this stuff.
If it was anybody else doing the Undertaker gimmick, it would have failed, in my opinion.
Yeah. Let's not lie. This is probably the silliest thing to hear.
It was the most silliest gimmick.
It's a zombie man wrestler.
But it was created in, 1990.
Who at the beginning, had a freaking whole cult of personality and stuff. But it was the way that Mark was able to deliver it, the way that the people were able to treat it.
Let's just say he's a mark for Mark.
Oh, huh.
Ha ha.
Yeah.